Hey, this is Frank. This is a 2016 Hyundai Elantra with a 1.8 liter engine. It's an automatic. On this repair, we're replacing the stoplight switch, but this has a really crucially interesting backstory. I don't usually give big monologues in my videos. I try to get straight to the action. But for this car, I think there is some important context that I have to tell you about what's going on. And it has to do really with a big safety issue. And I'm going to tell you the entire story here. Because what sounds like a very simple repair, which is replacing the stoplight switch, has to do with a lot more than just the stoplight switch. So a customer brought this car in and had a complaint about the transmission that they could not articulate really clearly. And what they sort of described is that if you slowed down and you tried to speed up again, then the car just would not accelerate, and they attributed it to the transmission slipping. Of course they were wrong, because customers are always wrong whenever they try to diagnose an issue with their own car. There were no check engine lights or codes showing, so we took the car out for a test drive, and we could find absolutely nothing wrong with the transmission, nothing whatsoever. So we continued along on our test drive, and eventually what happened is just suddenly, without any warning, the car lost all power. The engine was running, but it would not rev past about 1,000 RPM, and it would not respond to any throttle pedal input whatsoever. So the car was basically crippled. It was like in a weird kind of limp mode. So luckily was able to pull over to the shoulder and shut off the car. So then after shutting off the car and restarting it, it seemed like it was good enough to go. So I went again, and then a couple of miles later, the same thing happened. The car completely lost power. But it did not stall. The engine did not stall. Just the engine, the speed stalled. The car just slowed down. The engine was running, no way to accelerate. So after just a few seconds, without shutting off the engine this time, the throttle pedal function was restored, and the car was able to accelerate again, enough for me to get into a parking lot and park it. And by then it was starting to get dark, and as I got out of the car to just look around it, I saw that the taillights were on. I thought that I'd shut off the headlights before getting out of the car. So I checked, and in fact the headlights were off. The headlight switch was off. So then I knew that the taillights were on because the brake light switch was either stuck or malfunctioning or whatever. It's something very common that brake light switches do, and usually it's due to a little plastic tab that presses the button on the brake light switch to activate the taillights, and that happens on a lot of cars. If I've seen it happen on one car, I've seen it happen on 100. So I knew that we had to do something about the taillight switch, the stoplight switch, and right then the light bulb went on over my head. Because from my background in tuning race cars, I know that in certain computers or ECUs or ECMs, whatever you want to call them, that there is a setting that disables the throttle when the ECU detects that the brake lights, that the brake pedal is being pressed. And of course this is detected right through the stoplight switch connected to the computer. And that's where I put two and two together. I formulated this idea that it must be the stoplight switch malfunctioning that is causing the car to lose power, because the ECU is disabling the throttle. And in fact, I did replace the stoplight switch, just a $30 part from Napa, my local Napa, and after that the problem never occurred again. So I'm going to give you some quick tips in this video about how you replace this stoplight switch, and I'm going to show you a couple of features of this switch that I have not seen anywhere in any of the videos that are out there online about this stoplight switch in this vehicle. But first I want to emphasize how dangerous this whole thing is, because what happens if you're going down the highway at speed and all of a sudden you have no throttle response, the car slows down, other cars are zipping past you on both sides at 70, 80 miles an hour, which is how fast they like to do these days. And what do? I mean, you're gonna cause a multi-car pileup. That's what's gonna happen. So this is really to draw the attention that whoever designed the software or firmware that is responsible for this so-called feature, and I would probably call it more of a bug than a feature, whoever did that should be taken out and drawn and quartered maybe, or something worse, because I can't believe there is not even a recall about this, because it is really a very serious safety issue that somebody should be aware of someplace. By the way, this vehicle here, this specific vehicle, has had all of its recalls, all of its pending recalls completed. So that was not one of the safety recalls that was issued for this vehicle. Maybe it has been issued for other vehicles, but not for this one. So the brake light switch is situated under the dash at the very top of the brake pedal, and I've disassembled the dash knee pad, knee bar, and the trim cover so I can get to it easier. And I've also removed the seat and pushed it back, because there's nothing that I hate more than contorting myself under the dash of one of these cars, and anything that I can do to make it easier for myself to reach into this tight confined space is all the better. This is my assistant Mac. I usually send him down under the dash ahead of time to scope it out. This is the stoplight switch for this vehicle, and it came from Napa. This is one of their Napa parts. I'll include a part number for an equivalent part that you can get online at a very favorable price. And this is what the switch with its mounting assembly looks like. I've already removed the old switch, and yeah, this is the old switch. It's the one with the Hyundai logo on it, and this is the new switch. Now I'm going to show you some of the features of these switches that nobody else in any of the videos that are online will ever show you. Okay, I'm going to show you the things that are going to make it easy for you to remove the switch. So this switch has a locking tab here, and people just go and try to pull as hard on this as they can on this tab, and they end up breaking it, of course. But what they overlook is that on the other side here you have these two teeth where the tab is coming out. See them there? And if you just squeeze them together, find a way to reach under there and squeeze them together like this, squeeze these two tabs like this, then this will pull out very easily. Okay, you won't have to struggle to pull it out, and all you have to do is push these two tabs together and then push them out. Let's see, maybe I can even do that with one hand. I don't know. Might be able to do it there. I just did it, okay? I just pushed this out with one hand, the other hand holding the camera. Okay, so there the tab has been pulled out, and now you can rotate this by a quarter turn like this, and at that point you can pull it right out. It comes all the way out. Now this mounting piece is mounted onto the metal plate, and I'll show you how you remove it. You see on this side, this thing, that's a little tab that pushes in, and there's one on the other side that looks just like it, except it's harder to see because it's black, but there you can see it a little bit. And this one also pushes in. So if you can find a way to just push one of these in, you can do it with your fingers. That's enough to dislodge this mounting piece from the metal bracket, and then you can pry it out the rest of the way. So again, this may seem like is sort of a simple anodyne issue with the stoplight switch, but it's really much more. It's a major safety issue in my opinion. And if you start to experience problems with your Hyundai where it's like either losing power, or you think that the transmission is slipping, or the car won't accelerate, or the car is in limp mode, then definitely you will need to consider that the stoplight switch is the cause of the problem. Thank you for watching this video.